viewers to the Tuesday edition of 6 Hours at 6 and I'm Rakshita Misha with you. The top story on this edition is the nexus of evil on the east, viewers. This is Pakistan, Bangladesh joining hands and how the activities near the India-Bangladesh border and how they're eyeing the Shiliguri corridor. We'll tell you all about that. All the exclusive details on Republic TV viewers. Story number 6 is going to be the illegal conversion racket in Jammu Kashmir's Kathua. Also, the battle, the Tata battle has finally ended as Republic TV has been getting you the latest updates, the exclusive inputs on the story, and that's what we are going to get to you this edition of 6 Stories at 6. Story number 4 is the setback for Karnataka government. No ban on RSS march. The court has stayed the ban. And now we will also shift our focus to how Afghan-Pakistan peace talks have crumbled down. They have failed. And finally, what's happening in Bihar? Just a while back, Mahagathbandhan, in the absence of Rahul Gandhi, has released its manifesto called the Tejasvi Pranapatra. All right, we start with what's happening towards the east, viewers, in Dhaka and near the Indo-Pak border. It's an alarming development, viewers, for New Delhi. The controversial preacher Zakir Naik, who's wanted by NIA and the ED for money laundering, hate speech and terror-linked activities, he's getting a red carpet welcome in Bangladesh. For a month, he'll be staying there. Hafiz Saeed's close aide, Ibtisham-Ilahi Zahir, he has been spotted there close to the Indian border last night. And this comes just after Pakistan Joint Chief of Army Staff Shamshad Mirza met Muhammad Yunus. Yunus gifted him that controversial Greater Bangladesh map. These back-to-back events pointing to how the Pak-Bangladesh conspiracy and the nexus is only brewing against India. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the new axis of evil on the east. Here's a report.
A fresh controversy is brewing in Bangladesh. 9 years after the 2016 Dhaka terror attack, the Yunus interim government has approved a month-long visit for controversial hate preacher Zakir Naik. He will be in Bangladesh from November 28th to December 20th, 2025, overturning the ban imposed by the Sheikh Hasina government. The approval comes just months after Pakistan gave Naik a similar red carpet welcome, and days after Pakistan's Joint Chief of Staff's Committee Chairman General Shamshad Mirza was handed a controversial Greater Bangladesh map by Yunus. The Greater Bangladesh map depicted parts of West Bengal, Assam, Tripura and Myanmar as part of Bangladesh. Adding to the security alarm, Hafiz Saeed's close aide Ibtisham-Ilahi Zahir was also spotted close to the Indian border last night. Zahir's itinerary coincides with the visit of both Zakir Naik and Pakistan's Joint Chief of Staff Committee Chairman General Shamshad Mirza. These visits highlight a much larger geopolitical narrative and a security alarm for India.
In a first of its incident, viewers, in Jammu and Kashmir, the quiet village of Jakol in Kathua has become the epicenter of a forced conversion scandal. Now, what started as a promise of food or money, miracles, quickly turned into coercion, with locals alleging missionaries pressurizing them to abandon Hindu deities. Now, case has been registered, and this is the valley's first FIR under the religious conversion charges. Hindu groups are demanding strict action in this matter. Here's more.
Faith under attack in Kathua. Kindness turns into coercion and deceit. Miracles promised, faith tested, gods abandoned. Villagers lured with food, money and false hope. First ever religious conversion FIR has been filed in Jammu and Kashmir. Shockwaves ripple through the devout Sanatani heartland. Faith challenged, belief shaken, tempers are now flaring. Jakol becomes the epicenter of forced faith. The complaints began pouring in from locals who claim missionaries were promising healing and financial help, but only if people renounced Hinduism.
See, right now we are in the Jakol village, from where the villagers have written to the Jammu and Kashmir police with regards to the religious conversion that is taking place and the attempts being made by the Christian missionaries. These are the words that are part of the complaint, and that's why we are telling you that it has been mentioned. FIR has been registered in the Rajbagh police station, and right now we are at that very village only. See, the villagers have gathered here. These are the same villagers who have given their complaint to the police, based on which the FIR has been registered. These Hindus, they are agitated because what was being done, they were told by the Christian missionaries that they should throw out these idols and the photographs of their lords that is inside their house.
Among them, Swarn Singh, a handicapped man who has been suffering from a spinal injury for over a decade, claims he too was targeted.
आपकी रीढ़ की हड्डी जो ठीक हो जाएगा, चल पड़ोगे आप। तब मैंने उनको यही बोला कि डॉक्टर ने मेरे को बोला कि आप ठीक नहीं हो सकते हो, तो आप कैसे करोगे मेरे को ठीक। मैंने बोला आप इतने मेरे को ठीक करने वाले, तो आप हॉस्पिटल में इतने लोग बीमार हैं, जाओ ठीक करो उनको, क्यों बनाया इतने हॉस्पिटल हैं। तो उन्होंने बोला आपने उनसे क्या लेना देना, आप अपने आप देखो, आप ऐसे करो, हम आपको ठीक कर देंगे। आपको जो तस्वीरें घर में रखी हैं भगवान की, इनके ऊपर तू टीका मत, कोई पूजा पाजा मत करना। मैं बोला क्यों, बोला ऐसे ही फिर आप ठीक नहीं होगे, तो मंदिरों में मत जाना, उधर प्रसाद मत खाना, फिर हम आपको क्या करेंगे, बाद में आपको निया जीवन देंगे, आपको कोई कपड़ा भी उतार देंगे, आपको नहलाएंगे, पता नहीं क्या क्या करेंगे, ऐसे कुछ बोलते थे वो।
Locals say that the missionaries repeatedly visited homes, pressurizing villagers to abandon their faith, even asking them to throw away DT photos.
A massive shake-up is underway inside the Tata Trusts, and Republic business has got it spot on once again. While the pink media misreported, Republic has been able to break the right story once again. Sources confirm that the future of Mehli Mistry within Tata Trusts hangs by a thread. With key trustees voting against his reappointment, a high-stakes corporate battle could soon explode, one that may redefine the leadership of India's most storied conglomerate.
Corporate storm brews inside Bombay House. Trust divided, leadership on the edge. Boardroom power play shakes the Tata empire. As the pink media misreported on the Tata battle yet again, it was Republic that set the record straight.
There was a report, I'm not sure which agency it was, whether it was PTI or any other agency, which put out the report that Mehli Mistry is likely on the verge of being a trustee for life for the Tata Trust. But I have information that that is not the case. In fact, my information is to the contrary. My information, which I can share with you, is that as many as 3 people may have voted against the continuation of Mehli Mistry in the Tata Trust. I'm not in a position to disclose who. I'm also aware that some people may have voted for. But for the record, if 3 people vote against the continuation of one person, whether that be Mehli Mistry or anyone else as member of the Tata Trust, that makes the person's position unviable. And therefore, we are looking at a situation where there could be a dramatic development in this Tata Trust issue, Tata company issue, where Mehli Mistry, who was seen to be leading a revolt against Noel Tata, might himself be in a position where he could be ousted from the Tata Trust itself. Now, this is a very significant development. I do not know what the other business channels are reporting. I think they've got it completely wrong as usual.
Top sources confirm a split within Tata Trusts, with 3 trustees opposing Mehli Mistry's reappointment. The decision, expected to be finalized today, could mark the end of Mistry's influence and trigger a fresh round of legal crossfire within India's largest business family.
But my information is that Mehli Mistry, we had the news that corporate legend and others, several others have been continuing. 4 days back, there was news that Venu Srinivasan would continue as a life member of the Tata Trust. But on Mehli Mistry's position, I am of the view that if 3 people have voted against him continuing, then Mehli Mistry will find it very difficult to continue on the Tata Trust. This would create a situation which would give Noel Tata complete control of Tata Trust and complete and unambiguous control over this the whole Tata empire. Now, if that were to be the case, if this is the case, then this is probably the final chapter in the ongoing Tata Trust, Tata Sons issue. And this whole power struggle which was attempted, people called it a coup, would have come to an end. I'm sure the business chamber channels will scramble to get the right information later in the day, but I'm fairly confident right now that the way things are looking, that Mehli Mistry may not be in the Tata Trust anymore. Of course, there is no official press release on this, I would like to clarify. But there has been no denial either. If there is a denial from Mehli Mistry or anyone close to him, we would be happy to carry it. But as of now, there is nothing to deny it. So the headline would be that, Noel Tata would get complete charge of the Tata empire, that Mehli Mistry, who had led a revolt against him, would be out. The majority of trustees have voted for Noel Tata's side and against Mehli Mistry's continuing. And I think that having been said, the matter is resolved once and for all.
The internal deliberations come at a time when Tata Group's leadership structure stands at a crucial juncture, with Noel Tata emerging as his natural successor to head the trusts. If confirmed, it would mean a complete consolidation of control under Noel Tata, a move seen as a defining end to the long-running takeover battle. While speculation and half-truths swirled across business dailies, Republic Business stood by verified information. The pink media misreported key details, but Republic Business forced a correction, ensuring viewers get the story straight from the source.
See, all of this is happening before the talk about this IPO. Now, as far as who else there will be, naturally, Pranav, if Mehli Mistry were to move out, let's make one point clear. As far as the rules are concerned, you probably know better. But my information is even if one member votes against a Mehli Mistry, he cannot continue. I think there is a need for near unanimity on this issue. So that settles the Mehli Mistry issue. This agency copies that have been doing the rounds, I don't know who's been quoted. It's all been fairly speculative. People can say that what we are putting out is speculative as well, but I can assure you it's not, because we have the highest of sources. So my view is that if 3 people are voting against Mehli Mistry, that's a number of people would be 3. And then you would have to obviously estimate how many people would be on the other side. If there is a 3-3 situation, then I think the present situation will allow the Noel Tata Group to bring in one more person. Whether they choose to do this now or later, one can only sort of guess. I don't want to second guess that. But you know, Pranav, that the whole story has been about Mehli Mistry. There was this wrong view given he was representing the Shapurji Palonji Group, which he was not. The Shapurji Palonji Group has excellent relations with Noel Tata, so that was also misreporting. In fact, this whole Tata Sons reporting has been an absolute and acute embarrassment for the so-called pink media, which has been reporting everything wrong. But I think we would like to know, I think the onus is now on Mehli Mistry to break the news about whether he stays or goes. But I think this whole story doing the rounds that there's a minority supporting Noel Tata is wrong. That's not the case anymore. Absolutely safe to estimate that the Tatas represented by Noel Tata are comfortably and totally back, and they've always been in the saddle. But with Mehli Mistry, if he were to go, if he were to leave, then complete and unambiguous control.
The Tata Group has not issued any official statement yet, but sources indicate the final call could reshape the boardroom equations permanently. As the high-stakes meeting concludes, Republic Business remains the only newsroom with confirmed, verified details, reaffirming its position as India's most trusted business news brand.
And a major setback to the Karnataka Congress government coming in. The High Court has now stayed its order of mandating private organizations to obtain prior permission before holding activities in government premises. This, of course, was seen as an attempt to ban or a step towards banning RSS activities in the state. And that attempt at least, this attempt at least, has fallen flat. Here's the story.
In a major setback to the Karnataka Congress government, the High Court has stayed its order mandating private organizations to obtain prior permission before holding activity in government premises. The Karnataka High Court put an interim stay on state government's order that required any private organization to get written permission before holding any event or rally on government property.
Actually, it's a big setback for Siddaramaiah government. Priyanka Kharge, from last couple of weeks, was discussing on banning RSS and all these issues. Probably with this High Court judgment, the state government has to shut its mouth. Because of today's judgment, justice has prevailed.
The stay came after Punas Chaitanya Seva Samsthe filed a petition, arguing the order infringes on private organizations' rights. The court issued notices to the State, Home Department and Hubli Police Commissioner and adjourned the hearing to next month. BJP leaders are calling it a victory for democracy, while Congress is saying it will present its case at the next hearing.
ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಬೆಂಚ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಧಾರವಾಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದು ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಪೀಲ್ ಆಗ್ತೇವೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದರ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಜಡ್ಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಆರ್ಡರ್ಸ್ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಅಪೀಲ್ ಆಗ್ತೇವೆ. ಸ್ಟೇ ಆರ್ಡರ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದಾರಲ್ಲ ಅದ್ರ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಅಪೀಲ್ ಆಗ್ತೀವಿ.
All eyes are now on the final verdict, whether the court reverses its decision or not. The matter will be heard on November 17, with both state government and petitioner presenting their arguments.
Now, the Istanbul peace talks between Pakistan and Afghanistan have collapsed, leaving the fragile ceasefire in jeopardy. Both delegations of Pakistan and Afghanistan walked away without a deal. And sources say that the Pakistani team's conduct and the deep disagreements over cross-border terrorism and TTP guarantees were the breaking points. In fact, even the Qatari mediators and the Turkish mediators were appalled by the behavior of Pakistani representatives. Here's more.
Despite two back-to-back peace talks in less than a month between Afghanistan and Pakistan, no resolution is in sight. The Istanbul peace talks between Pakistan and Afghanistan have collapsed. Both sides have walked away without any deal. Sources have confirmed that Pakistani delegation pulled out of the negotiating table after 3 days of discussion. Unresolved differences over cross-border terrorism and refugee guarantees are being cited for the unsuccessful talks. What was most striking was that the Pakistani delegation appeared unfamiliar with negotiating etiquette. They spoke off-topic and behaved disrespectfully by using harsh language. Even the mediators were shocked by the conduct, character and attitude of the Pakistani negotiating team, and in private remarks to the Afghan delegation said that Pakistan deals with many very bad neighbors. The talks aim to reach lasting peace after dozens were killed in the violence. Despite a brief ceasefire agreed in Doha on 19th of October 2025, the two delegations could not bridge the gap, and the talks ended without a joint statement or any concrete agreement. This leaves the fragile truce between Afghanistan and Pakistan walking on a tightrope with risk of renewed deadly border clashes.
Finally, we shift our focus to battleground Bihar. With less than 10 days left before the mega battle, Bihar has turned into a political battleground, and in the latest, the Mahagathbandhan unveiled its manifesto today, promising one government job per family within 20 days and 2,500 rupees cash aid for women. Tejasvi Yadav, in fact, today hit out at BJP for using Nitish Kumar as a mannequin while still hiding the CM face. Viewers, in fact, let me just tell you what the highlights of the Mahagathbandhan's Tejasvi Pranapatra, the vow, the oath, so-called, that has been taken by the MGB. So first of all is that they reiterate their vow of scrapping the Waqf Act. This has been repeated many times by Tejasvi Yadav himself. Then he has vowed to legalize toddy. That is a palm drink. It's an alcoholic drink made by palm, using the palm. It's a local sort of liquor that will be legalized, he says, because there is prohibition in Bihar since 2016. Also, he has vowed to increase reservation to 60% in government jobs. He has also about 2,000 units of free electricity, talk of freebies, and also restoration of OPS, the old pension scheme. Not just that, 2,500 cash aid for women under the Mai Bahin Yojana as well. Many of them to counter what the Modi's model of schemes have been, viewers. Here's a report.
With less than 10 days remaining to the polls, the state of Bihar has turned into a battleground. The Mahagathbandhan today released its manifesto for the election. All the party leaders of the alliance were present, including the CM and the deputy CM faces.
आज के विशेष प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में स्वागत करते हैं आप लोगों का, और आज खास दिन है हम सब लोगों के लिए। बिहार को हम लोगों को बनाने का काम करना है, केवल सरकार ही नहीं बनाना, बल्कि बिहार को बनाना है। बिहार कैसे बनेगा, हमारा विजन क्या होगा, रोड मैप क्या होगा, ब्लूप्रिंट क्या होगा, हम लोगों ने हमेशा बिहार की जनता के सामने, आप लोगों के समक्ष अपनी बात को रखा है।
Mahagathbandhan has promised government jobs to one member of each family within 20 days if Gathbandhan comes to power. Moreover, the opposition has also promised building IT parks and special economic zones across the state. Labour census, OPS schemes and Rs 2,500 to women of Bihar are some of the other promises made by the alliance. Tejasvi also took a jibe at the BJP, saying it used Nitish Kumar's face as a mannequin, but still have not announced him as the CM face.
सहानुभूति रखता हूं अपने मुख्यमंत्री नीतीश कुमार जी के प्रति, और सम्मान के साथ और बड़ी विनम्रता से मैं आप सब लोगों से कहना चाहता हूं कि बीजेपी के लोगों ने, भ्रष्ट अधिकारियों ने नीतीश जी को पुतला बना करके रखा है। आज हम सब लोग उनकी स्थिति को देख रहे हैं, किस रूप में भाजपा के लोगों ने केवल उनके चेहरे का जो है इस्तेमाल की जा रही है।
Notably, opposition leader Rahul Gandhi was nowhere to be seen. In fact, the leader of the opposition has still not shown his face since the Mahagathbandhan officially started campaigning for polls. Meanwhile, debutant Jan Suraj party leader Prashant Kishore is under the scanner. Election Commission has found that he was enrolled as a voter in 2 states, Bihar and West Bengal, and has sent him a notice seeking explanations.
And that's all we could pack in this edition of 6 Stories at 6. We'll be right back with the breaking news at 6:30.
In the India Today Best Universities Survey,